sinigurado natin na yung mga socio-economic programs ng OVP ay nandun pa rin. In short, sa aming nakikita, capacitated pa rin ng OVP kasi dun sa kabuuan nilang budget, 600 million doon, pwede nilang gamitin for social programs. In fact, nag-submit sila sa amin nung mga social programs nila. Meron doon medical assistance, burial assistance, libreng sakay. Sila mismo ang naglagay kung saan nila gustong pondohan doon sa 600 million. Hindi nila nilagyan yung medical assistance at yung burial assistance kasi kulang daw para sa kanila. Pero actually, meron silang 600 million for that. Ngayon, nagkaroon ng pagkakataon naman dito sa pagdinig nung committee hearing na bigyan ng justification kung gusto nilang itaas yung budget. Wala namang formal request from the OVP na taasan ng budget. At alam naman natin dito sa mga committee hearings, pagtataasan ng budget, kailangan meron manggagaling din sa kanila na breakdown na at justification bakit tataasan. So, hindi pa ito end of the line for the OVP budget. Malay natin, pagdating sa BICAM, meron na silang formal request and written letter na nagsasabing gusto nila kasi kailangan talaga nila itong mga programang ito. Subalit sinigurado natin na meron silang kakayanan na gawin pa rin ang kanilang mandato. Tandaan natin na hindi naman nakatali lamang sa budget ang pagiging epektibo sa iyong pamamalakad. Nasa pagtutulungan rin yan sa ibang ahensya ng gobyerno. Kaya nga, pag sinasabi natin redundancy, halimbawa, yung mga assistance for indigents, yan talaga ay responsibilidad ng DSWD. Bakit natin tinitignan na hindi nagkakadoble? Kasi yung infrastructure niyan, halimbawa, yung pagdidistribute, yung mga opisina sa iba't ibang lugar ng DSWD, naabot na yung ating mga kababayan dun sa mga lugar na yon. Kaya, nakita rin natin na dapat kung meron isang mandato, hindi nagkakapatong-patong o nagdodoble. Ngayon, ganito. Yung ibang concerns ng mga kasamahan natin sa Senado, sinasabi, paano tayo? Tayo were elected officials. Nilalapitan tayo ng ating mga kababayan, humihingi ng panglibing o kaya panggamot. Tumutulong tayo, meron tayong kapasidad na gawin yon. Meron tayong kapasidad dito din sa Senado na may kaukulang resibo o pirma na talagang nagpunta sa ospital. Ang OVP, dun sa aming nakikita, dun sa 600 million, pwede pa rin silang kumuha doon. Ngayon, kung kulang yon, pwedeng mapunuan ng DSWD, ng AICS, ng TUPAD. Hindi naman sila bawal kumuha ron. In fact, dapat nga tulungan sila para mas maabot pa ang mas marami nating mga kababayan.
Ma'am, walang kinalaman yung mga naging attitude niya, mga statements niya the past week, especially nung weekend, nung sa naging desisyon po ng mga senador?
Well, kung naalala ninyo, doon sa ating committee report, hindi pa nangyayari yung malaking kaganapan nitong mga nakaraang araw. Yun na talaga yung committee report ko. Kasi nga, wala namang formal request na taasan at dun sa nakita ko, yung social economic projects ay pwede pa rin nilang gawin. Okay, ngayon, kung kulang yon, hinihintay namin sa kanila yung formal request. Wala naman, siguro marami na silang mga napapagdaanan or hindi nila na sumite ng formally or informally sa amin. Marahil nabanggit nila sa inyo, pero sa amin, kailangan official. Ngayon, nung nagkaroon kami nga ng pagpupulong, remember, we're governed by rules, procedure, and tradition. So, doon sa aming pagpupulong, nag-caucus yung mga senador at na-explica ko sa kanila. Ito, pwede nilang gamitin para dito. Ngayon, kung kulang, kailangan ma-justify na hindi ito doble sa ibang mga programa. As I said, when deciding the budget, it's always a duty and a privilege to do or to allocate the very limited resources of our country. So, babanggain din natin yan sa mga tunay na pangangailangan natin pagdating sa kalusugan, edukasyon, at seguridad. Diba?
Bilang sa dapat ma-justify ng OVP, yung kiniklaim nila na may about 200 na mga empleyado mawawalan daw ng trabaho.
Ang mga yun kasi ganito, pag nagkakaroon ng mga satellite offices, yun nga, pag wala ka talagang infrastructure, katulad ng DSWD, kukuha ka ng mga job orders, no? Kukuha ka ng mga temporary workers. Now, we're trying to veer away from that, in fact. That's why, yung mga plantilla naman nila, nandun pa rin. Remember, we are looking at the mandate and the office, not the personality. Okay? Tapos, ang isa pa, we also have to look at the competence, the output. Kaya nga tinitignan natin palagi utilization and disbursement rate. 'Di ba? And effectivity. Kasi ba't mo naman, hindi naman pwedeng, hindi ko lang trip yan. Hindi ko trip yung namumuno dyan. So, out, 'di ba? At hindi namin din trabaho, halimbawa kung appointed, na basta-basta magdesisyon tungkol sa kanilang pamumuno. Hindi sa amin yan. Sa executive yung mga appointee na yan. So, tinitignan lang namin talaga yung output at kung sapat o kulang para magawa nila yung kanilang trabaho.
Ma'am, bakit yung deliberations nangyari sa caucus, hindi sa floor? Bakit hindi open yung debate sa amendments?
Well, kasi ganyan naman talaga, 'di ba? Marami naman tayong mga pinag-uusapan na mabuti na rin na lahat bukas din sa kanilang mga, minsan kasi yung iba sa atin hindi na naman nila gustong ihayag talaga lahat na hindi naman namin napapag-usapan ng maayos. So, pagdating doon, lahat ng aking mga kasamahan, libre naman silang magsabi kung anong nasa sa loobin nila. In fact, to be honest with all of you, may mga nandoon, at alam naman ninyo kung sino, ang talaga nagsasabing, itaas natin yung budget ng OVP para maiba lang tayo. No? Maiba lang tayo sa version ng House. Sabi ko, marami tayong pinagkapareho at marami rin tayong pinagkaiba sa House. Hindi tayo magiging iba lang sa House just for the sake of being different. Okay? As the chairman and also as the the chairman that deliberated on the budget of the OVP, nakita ko na merong pang socio-economic program. So pinakita ko, eto, kung gusto pa nila ng para sa panglibing o para sa education support, ganyan, pwede nilang kunin dito. Ngayon, sa BICAM, pwede natin tanungin yung counterpart natin, anong justification ninyo. And even at the point from now until then, kung makakuha tayo, halimbawa ng formal request na hindi namin magagawa ito dahil kulang sa ganyan, tignan natin, banggain natin sa functions ng ng DSWD, ng DOH, ng DOLE, kung talagang walang mga programang ganon. Pero sa nakikita ko nga, so syempre, nandun na rin yung bugso ng emosyon, di ba? Gusto natin maayos ang proceedings. So katulad din ninyo, nag-uusap-usap muna kayo, ano ba mga itatanong natin sa ating press con? O pagdating doon, sige, game. Ganyan. Hindi naman sa may mga kailangan kaya nga pagdating doon sa lahat ng mga bumoto, kahit na nga yung minorya, 'di ba? Kahit na nga si Senator Risa, first time lang ata bumoto for the budget ng approval, 'di ba? Kahit na si Senator Bato, 'di ba? Humarap pa doon para sabihin niya, 'di ba? Para masigurong mabilang ang boto niya. So yun naman yung sa amin na palagi we reach across the aisle and we understand and we realize that there are different opinions. But we also want to put our best foot forward. When we already present something, we want to make sure that we have the consensus of our colleagues para kung meron ng kailangan ibahin o palitan man dyan, ay nagkakaintindihan kaming lahat.
Kanina Senator Bato conceded na kung hindi niya na-adjust dito sa caucus, what more sa BICAM? Dahil may mga congressmen na wala talagang maidadagdag pa doon sa OVP budget.
Well, alam mo, unang-una, yan si Senator Bato can be as vocal as he wants. And if he has good reason to justify the increase, pwede naman yon. Pero ang para sa akin nga, siguro request and to make sure na hindi redundant. Yun lang naman eh. At na hindi maaape ang ahensya o ng departamento dahil magagawa pa rin nila ang kanilang programa. Ang sinasabi ko nga, they're capacitated with the budget that was given then. Remember, historically, yung budget ng OVP, about that range. Okay? Tumaas lang talaga nung 2023 by leaps and bounds. Hindi natin alam kung bakit. But that's why we always have a budget yearly because we have to evaluate. Is it really the right figure that we have given them in the past? What have they done with it? And there are certain programs, for example, that are still under COA scrutiny.
May kinalaman pa, like sinabi niyo by leaps and bounds, yung increase last year. So may kinalaman ba yung politics? Dahil nga, syempre noon ay close pa yung unit team. So, what's that doing?
Well, hindi ako finance chair noon eh. Wala rin ako sa BICAM. So, tanungin niyo sila. Kasi that's more, that has nothing much to do with the numbers but their decision-making process.
Ma'am, yung AKAP, iminerge ba lang sa AIX at magiging contentious issues dito pagdating sa BICAM din? Para sa Speaker Romualdez, make sure na may babalik yung AKAP.
Well, alam mo, kaya rin naman namin, through the Vice Chair Finance, Senator Amy, ang ginawa dun sa AKAP, okay, kasi nga hindi namin masyadong maintindihan yon. So magandang pagdating sa BICAM ay malinawan, mabuti ng House, bakit importante ito at hindi ito umuulit lang sa isang proyekto ng gobyerno o isang programa. Ganito yon. So yung AKAP, imbis na naging AKAP dito sa Senado, naging additional pondo para sa senior citizens retirement pension, naging additional pondo sa Kalahi SIDS kung saan merong college assistance, merong child care assistance, naging additional pondo para sa livelihood programs, farmers and fisher folk. So meron pinaglipatan rin na nandun na naka-embed na social program. Kasi eto in broad understanding of what AKAP is, it's supposed to be assistance for the effects of inflation. Whereas AIX is really specific for indigents. Okay, ngayon, sino bang hindi apektado sa inflation? Lahat tayo, di ba? So we have to be a little bit more particular about how this will be distributed, who are the recipients of AKAP, what are the criterias for it. So, hindi naman natin sinasabing wag na, no? Pero tandaan natin, ang AKAP, we just restored it to the NEP, which is walang AKAP. And remember, the NEP is the DBMs in collaboration with the executives. So, this is the President's budget. Diba? We can probably move things around, but at the end of the day, the NEP was the basis of what the Senate saw na walang AKAP. So now, silang naglagay noon ng House, we'll ask them, open BICAM. Bakit?
Naging factor po ba yung issue over AKAP previously kasi yung pinagsususpetsyahan na ginamit for PI campaign, yung AKAP?
I think yung dun sa PI campaign, aside from may mga question nga doon kasi again, during the past budget deliberations, wala kasi yon, hindi namin nakita. Buti na lang, hindi nga ako nakapirma nun eh. Pero may mga nakapirma na nagulat na lang na nandun pala yon. So, I think to be fair to both houses, if there's a program that will really be for the benefit of our countrymen, we should mutually support it. But I think with an understanding of how it will actually help. So, hindi naman natin sinasabi na hindi mare-restore ito, pero gusto lang namin malaman na ito ba talaga ay justified at hindi lang umuulit sa isang programa at ito ba talaga ay magiging benepisyo sa mga nangangailangan talaga. Kasi nga, very generalize yung to help with inflation. Kasi pwede naman mayaman pero apektado ng inflation, di ba? So, yun lang naman. Bukas naman tayo sa kanilang rason.
The final Senate version, is there a provision allowing the national government to sweep GOCC funds?
Sorry ha, I think nauna kasi siyang magtanong sa'yo. So, hindi ko lang, I just wanted you to finish, but I'll get back to you. Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, if ever po na i-push ng House na ibalik yung AKAP budget, saan niyo po nakikita na kukuhain ito since we already moved around the 39 billion?
Yun yung magiging diskusyon, di ba? Na kailangan, siguro yung mga ibang advocacy projects namin, kung masasabi ng House na hindi mapupunuan rin ito ng AKAP. Okay. So, ayoko silang pangunahan, pero ganun talaga pagdating sa BICAM. Kung hindi mo pwedeng taasan, kung ano ma yung 6.352, tama ba? Oo, na trillion budget. Hindi mo pwedeng taasan yon. You can only move things around, but you can never change it. So, siguradong may babawasan. So, tingnan na lang natin kung saan. Basta, we stand by our committee report. Di ba? Gusto mo magpayak? Parang akap.
Balik ko lang po sa OVP budget, ma'am. Ma'am, para sa transparency, pwede bang malaman sino-sinong senators yung nag-insist na dagdagan ng budget? At nagkabotohan po ba?
Basta we had a mutual agreement that I was already going to present the findings, the committee report, and we're going to vote on it, 'di ba? On second and third reading. So pagkatapos ko present ang argument, may mga nag-object, may mga nag-suggest, but at the end of the day, we all agreed, or the majority of us agreed and voted on it. So I think the best is really to ask them one-on-one what probably their reservations or support was for it. But this is the Senate's version right now. And we agreed. We had a consensus.
So, nagbotohan, ma'am, sa...
Walang botohan. Parang, wag na tayong, anong opinion mo, ganyan. And then in the end, parang, okay na. Okay. I mean, di ba minsan, okay, you're passionate about something. But you realize also, you have to accommodate reason, and you also have to make compromises. Okay? So there are others, and I think it's better to hear it directly from them, who had reservations. And we said, listen, ito, meron pa silang pondo para gawin yung medical assistance or kung ano man yung kailangan nilang tulong. Pero yung proposal mo para taasan ng ganito at taasan ng ganyan na tumutulong din, na-adapt natin, ha? So, syempre may kanya-kanya. 'Di ba? Like, yung mga proposals for other programs of the government that they are very passionate about, they realize that we restored it. So, may mga ganon na pag-uusap rin. Dahil, 'di ba, parang sa bahay, ganito lang karami yung ulam mo, 'di ba? Pero nakikita mo na merong mga mas payat, mas may sakit, pero gutom ka pa. Parang, hindi, ako talaga yung may pinakamalaking ambag dyan. Dapat ako may pinakamalaking kuha, pero naiisip mo na mas may pangangailangan ito at yan, at para sa pagkakasundo ng isang pamilya, ng isang bahay, you always have to make compromises.
And then, ma'am, yung decision na i-peg po sa 733 million yung budget ng OVP is because hindi naman po nag-insist ang Vice President and panin, ma'am, hindi nag-insist, wala rin justification.
No, ganito, yan. The real basis is, number one, they are capacitated, okay, to perform their mandate. Number two, in our opinion, remember, this is like the committee's opinion, there are certain programs that we feel may be redundant, okay? And those programs already have the infrastructure to reach out to our countrymen and to give the support needed. And then number 3, when we had our committee hearing, and subsequently after that, wala namang naging formal request na taasan and also the justification for that increase. Remember, also during, and we're thankful for that statement. I mean, the Vice President said we'll defer to Congress.
Ma'am, kailan yung BICAM at paano nyo sisiguraduhin yung panawagan na magkaroon ng collaboration and transparency sa pag-finalize ng budget?
At the end of the day, the goal is really to pass the budget. Okay? Lahat tayo talo pag hindi napasa yung budget. Kasi lahat ng mga programa ng gobyerno, kaya we will have to sacrifice at some point something that we're pushing for here in the Senate, and they will also have to sacrifice in the House. That's how it is. It's always a compromise. So I cannot speak for the House, but we are open to discussion, and we are also open to accepting if we feel that there is truly a justification for something that the House is pushing for.
Yung bukas, ma'am, yun na yung start ng BICAM o preliminary lang?
Hindi, yan yung opening BICAM, di ba? Di ba? Lahat ng vice chairs imbitado, lahat kayo imbitado, magsiksikan tayong lahat doon. Di ba nabibigay? Sheraton, we were looking for other venues, pero apparently, dahil magpapasko, medyo puno na. So, as much as we can accommodate, everyone's welcome. And then what we're going to do is submit the points of convergence and points of what do you call this? Conflict, di ba? Meron naman talaga doon na alam naman natin, number 1, AKAP, di ba? Yan yung magiging discussion doon. Number 2, OVP, di ba? At marami pang mga iba na pwede nating pag-usapan doon sa BICAM.
So, hindi nyo nakita yung possible scenario ng deadlock, ma'am?
Hindi naman siguro kasi doon pa lang, sasabihin ng House, gusto namin ganito yung AKAP. Okay, bakit? Paano ba to? Sabihin nila, kasi alam mo, ito hindi nagagawa ng AICS eh. Kasi actually, yung proposal ni Senator Amy, Vice Chair of Finance for DSWD, is i-lodge na lang sa DSWD, AICS, di ba? Yung mga ganon. So, okay, marinig natin sa House, bakit hindi pwede at bakit hindi mas epektibo yon. So, yun yung pag-uusapan natin doon.
Given the final version of the budget bill, is there a provision allowing the national government to sweep unused GOCC funds like PhilHealth?
There is a proposal, and we removed it. It was deleted in the NEP from the very start. That's why I don't see it in our version.
And regarding the DPWH budget, in the final version, there was a slight decrease from the committee report. What are the factors that contributed to this?
For the DPWH,
The final budget, it went down to 899 billion from the 932.
I don't know what figures you're looking at. Basta, the version of the Senate for the DPWH is closest to the NEP version.
Ma'am, yung sa modernization program, sabi ni Senator JV, binalik daw yung 10 billion. Maybe know lang po kung saan po yung pinagkulang.
Yung AFP modernization, alam mo, ganito yan eh. Kasi, syempre, di ba, may dadagdag, may pagbabawasan. Alam naman natin ano yung mga binawasan na na mga line items. AKAP, so maaaring yung iba nang galing doon sa modernization. Alam naman natin na yung PhilHealth, they were asking for about 70 plus billion eh. Oo, nasa 60 plus billion sila ngayon. Pero binigyan pa rin ha. Pero ito yung pinuntahan ng mga ibang pondo ng PhilHealth na bigay sa mga yung MAE program, nabigyan din yung mga DOH hospitals para direkta na. Kasi DOH, ito nga yung nagiging problema natin sa kanila, not DOH, PhilHealth. Meron silang 500 billion reserve funds. This was from the last time ha. Ngayon nasa 600 billion na ha. 600 billion na pag binigay nila dun sa mga beneficiaries, ang laki pa rin ng out of pocket natin. 'Di ba? Unlike yung ibang programa na diretso na sa mga DOH hospitals, mas mararamdaman ninyo yung programa kasi mas malaki ang nako-cover. Okay, so yun ha. Alam ba ninyo na yung pera na natutulog sa PhilHealth, talo pa tayo because of mas mataas pang inflation kesa dun sa ano. So in short, nalulugi pa yung gobyerno dun sa tinatago nilang pera. So that's why, although binigyan natin ang PhilHealth ng pondo ngayon, dapat nga mas malaki pa yung cut nila 'di ba? Pero meron pa silang 60 plus billion na natitira dyan sa kanilang programa. 60 plus yung binigay natin. Pero 600 billion yung kanilang reserve.
Ma'am, yung Office of the President, bakit po dinagdagan ng 5 billion?
For confidential fund? Hindi. ASEAN. Merong ASEAN. Ganito yung nangyari dun sa ASEAN. Ewan ko kung gusto kong sabihin kung anong bansa yun Kasi di ba yan, take turns kung sino mag-host. Supposedly, the country that was next, some of the okay, alam naman pala ninyo, some of the participating countries were a little bit hesitant about having the ASEAN event there. So they requested na Pilipinas. So napaka-konti ng ating time to prepare. They have to be able to secure a venue. If I'm not mistaken, we actually met with Executive Secretary Bersamin at sinabi niya na actually yung mga ASEAN na yan, they have to prepare a venue for about 400 meetings. Kasi may mga cluster meetings yan, 300 to 400 cluster meetings, not to mention security, what do you call this, housing, all of these, not just for the main delegates but even for the staff. So in 2026 yun kung hindi ako nagkakamali. So we have to prepare by next year. Hindi pwedeng ura-urada yon.
Sa malaking budget po ng AFP, hindi ko alam kung budget related pa rin. Sa budget na bibigay sa kanila, what is expected of them? Sa gitna po ng away ng President and Vice President.
You know, the AFP is a professional organization, but let us not forget that they have a sworn duty to uphold the Constitution, which they reiterated, I guess, in their past statements, di ba? So, their responsibility is to protect the country, its citizens. So, unless they feel that there's a threat, they always have to remain apolitical. So, their statement is their statement. That is just my view.
Okay. Kailan yung target tapusin yung BICAM? And ano yung assurance na walang mangyayaring na
Magic?
insertion?
Matatapos yung ganito. So, bukas yung first BICAM. Tapos, if I'm not mistaken, December 4, yun yung dapat tapos na yung BICAM natin. Tapos, am I correct? Oh, December 9 pala. December 9. So, hold on Ano yung December 4 natin? Wala. So, it's December 9. Nagmamadali ako yun pala, matagal. Sorry first time. Okay, December 9. December 9 yung next. Tapos, at saka, basta ang alam ko yung target date na pirmahan ng presidente is 19, mga ganon. Ngayon, we're kind of on schedule, if not a little bit ahead, di ba? We are on schedule.
Ma'am, sorry sa OVP budget, pasensya na po. Ma'am, yung 10 million pesos na supposedly for the printing of her books, tanggalin yun, ma'am.
Hindi na nila sinama Hindi identified dun sa Oo.
Wala dyan sa NEP.
Sa NEP, wala kaming nakitang...
Pero kasama po sa request ng OVP, di ko po kaya nakita dun sa committee hearing. Kasama sa request.
It's not listed as an item.
I think it was asked... pag nag-iikot sila, ano yung mga binibigay nila and kasama yun dun sa mga materials. Oo. So, I don't recall reading a specific, but if there is
Senate version.
we can
Senate version.
wala.
Line item.
Specific for that, wala.
Ma'am, are you open to holding a small BICAM po? Yung one-on-one between you and Congressman Saldico?
Baka kami nag-hi hello
So yung one-on-one. Kasi
One-on-
diba, yung last time kasi ganun daw yun.
Ganun ba? Basta ganito, pagkatapos nun, kasi si Senator Cheese was once finance, di ba? He was also finance chair. And as he has done in the past, after the first meeting where we discuss our point of convergence and point of maybe disagreements, we will ask the technical working group to try to reconcile what we may have agreed upon. Ngayon, technical working group means staff open to the senior vice chairs, the vice chairs of finance. So, they can look at it, and then you know from the beginning also, makikita naman ninyo kung ano yung mga nabago dahil you will also be given a copy of it.
Ma'am Habol, doon lang po sa OVP budget. With the recent incident po, anong magiging take ng Senate kung yung i-push ng House of Representatives, babaan pa sa 733 million yung budget niya alat for OVP?
Ako sa tingin ko medyo sagad na rin ito. Kasi remember, for me, at least being in charge of the overall budget, you have to make sure that the departments are able to operate. 'Di ba? Hindi naman pwedeng unreasonable. Ngayon, kung may reklamo ka dun sa namumuno, ibang usapan yon. 'Di ba? Wala yan sa budget. Kung ayaw mo yung namumuno ng isang ahensya, ikakat mo lahat, paano naman yung ibang plantilla doon, 'di ba? So, that is not for us to change the leadership of let's say an underperforming or maybe a head of an agency. Sa executive yun 'di ba? So basta ito, nakikita lang namin paano sila makakapagtrabaho. Ito yung pera na kailangan nila. Pag binabaan pa natin, medyo mahirapan na. Pero nasa isip na natin na hindi nakatali lamang sa budget ang pagiging epektibo ng isang ahensya. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Sabihin ko sana naman kung binanggit niya na very vocal si Senator. Pun intended. Very vocal.